Hey everyone, John Runner 88 here with another Star Wars figure review. This time it is the Clone Trooper, the 501st Legion. This is basically a reissue figure. However, it does have the added benefit of getting a great new clone head on its body. Um, and that's basically the best part about it. As far as like upgrades, it's the only thing that's really upgraded. It's got like the photoreal scan and stuff. It comes with the long blaster here. It's got the small blaster here. I think they're like DC-15s or something like that or whatever. You got the card back. It's got like a Clone Wars inspired. It's got the Clone Wars logo at the top. And it's got like a more animated, like stylized image to it, which is like it's cool, but I feel like it doesn't mesh well with the overall line. I feel like they should have gone with like a realistic rendition. Um, Nothing against like I feel like if they want to do like more animated, because it almost looks just like a picture from the show, like a still from the show. And I think it would have been better if they did like a subline of like vintage collection figures, like what they did with the Tartakovsky figures with Walmart. Like it was a whole like they're still numbered figures, but it was like a little like sideline thing. It wasn't just like randomly thrown into like a case assortment, wave assortment and stuff. But it's still a cool picture. It looks like I like all the blues to it and stuff. I know I took it away, but you saw it. You can pause it if you want and go back to it. It's cool. You can go back to it, look at it, uh, look at how beautiful it is for a little bit, and then you can come back to. I'm gonna fix Echo here. He was can't even see him because he's behind the trooper. But let's move forward, shall we? So let's get a look at the best part of this figure, and it is that Temuero Morrison. It's an interesting name. That Tem Morrison head there. Um, so good. I love that they've got like a few of them that they're utilizing quite a bit recently. Um, I like that the 4-pack for the Phase 1 troopers, they've all got different heads on them. Yes, they're all like the from the Bad Batch pack, but it's cool that they're getting a lot of mileage out of them because they are great head sculpts. Get the blaster out of his hand. I feel like the blaster, it's they're very thin. I have some troopers back there holding move fives a little bit. Um, those big beefy ones back there from years ago. Um, I think these are all right. I think they could be a little thicker, and definitely they need to do something about the plastic that they use. I don't know why they don't use just like a nice rigid plastic. The small guns fare a little better because they're not quite as thin. They're a little stockier, so they're the same plastic, same type of plastic, but it's not as prone to like warping or bending as the this one. I've got one from like it either came with like Echo or Fives, and it's just like warped to all hell, like right out of the package. But I'll get Trooper back here. I was actually looking at him. Here's the helmet. Mine's a little. Get him up close here. We're gonna focus. Yes, no, maybe so. Mine's, as you can see, off center a little bit. It's whatever though. Not all the troopers can be the best at painting their helmets. Yeah, let's get another look at the head up close. such a good likeness. I love it. It's a little like I'd say it's slightly more um it's definitely not like an animated version of him, but it compared to I'll let you bring one of them over. And I think it actually has to do with the photo reel a little bit. They've got two different types of heads going on here, because we've got the one that they've been using for the old clone body, and then there's one that they have made for the like Fives and Echo and Jesse. They have their own heads because they've got a different uh like they have a different like a peg like a ball joint size, like the head, like the hole in the head has to be a different size, because these guys have like a double barbell and these guys just have a single ball joint. And they're definitely molded in like this is definitely like a slightly lighter colored plastic, and I've noticed that the whites in the eyes on this one are far more like prominent than this one. This one's a little more pixelated as far as the paint app goes. I think this really shows how like the photo reel has definitely gotten a bit more refined as far as like the definition, like the having like the colors being more defined and separated. Um, I also think the blue on this guy is very muted compared to a lot of the other offerings we've gotten. I mean, just in, I mean, you might not be able to see it too great, but you can definitely see that this is like almost got like more of like a slight greenish tint to it, in comparison to the ARC Troopers here. We've got um, Captain Rex, who I will show you one of the problems with him. Because I think that they should switch to swappable helmets, like heads and helmets. Especially for like these guys, it'd be super easy. It's not like a barbell that you have to really worry about. It's just pop on, pop off. You could really scale this down slightly, to make it more, you know, oh no, more in scale with like the armor. And also, I think that they just need to kind of just go back to this figure. They need to just like they've been doing with the Stormtrooper, they need to invest some money into reworking these figures, because you can just tell by looking at them that back there Rex doesn't look bad. He's also bulked out a little bit with I put the pauldron on him and stuff. Um, but when it comes to Echo and Fives over here, they are a, a bit shorter. You can tell right off the bat, with that. But these guys are actually scaled far more accurately to the older clone troopers. They're almost like the exact same height. The issue with this that they've been utilizing, I think the feet are just a little too big, um, and the shin. I think the biggest issue is the shin. Um, what they should do if they want to keep using this, they should just redo from like the knee down, like the shin and the foot, redo those, shorten the shin a little bit, and I think that you could just totally keep reusing this, but it would just like fix the proportions a whole heck of a lot. Because I've actually compared them to the older figures back there. The torsos and the arms are almost like the same exact like size. I think the torso might be a little bit bigger on this, but that works because it's like it's armor. So um, on those older figures, it was very like very like tight looking fit to the armor, whereas here it looks more like it's an actual like piece over like somebody's bodysuit. Aside from the shins are too skinny. um, I mean, they look fine when they're like posing and stuff. You can definitely get them in like great crouching positions. But I think that it would be amazing if they redid from here down. Even if they just redid, they could just redo the whole leg if they wanted to. Because all the articulation up here is fine. They've got the hinged wrists. Um, I mean, you don't need that double barbell head. These heads work just fine the way they are. Give them give them a um, swappable like head helmet situation, um, and that way you don't have to worry about like warping of the helmets. You don't have to worry about like, I mean, they always have their chins like sticking out the bottoms. It would just fix all those problems. Um, the arms could stay the same. Just redo, just redo the legs. Give them. I don't know if they'd be able to do a, a ball hinge. I mean, they've got ball hinges, but I don't know if they'd be able to do like they've been doing the new barbell hips. Okay, Hasbro, I'm breaking it down for you. The torso and the arms can stay. The heads are great. Mold the new helmet to pop on and off with the head, and redo the ab region here, and the just this whole bottom section, and the legs. Give them the new hip articulation, because it's a dream. It is a dream with the new figures, how easy it is. The Death Watch Mando, Fennec Shand, Bo-Katan, any figure that has that new style that they've been doing is absolutely fantastic, and they pose like that. Like, it's so good. We need all these figures to have that like definitive articulation, especially ones that you're gonna be pumping out forever. You could literally just keep, like, every few months they could swap out a clone trooper deco for army builders in their shop, Hasbro Pulse, and they'd make so much money. So much money. People just, there's so many people out there that just can't help but buy like full cases of them. And you can want to capitalize on that, Hasbro. You have my permission to take advantage of all those people because they're going to let you. Um, but yeah, and another one of the issues with the helmets, not so much on these guys, this style helmet, but definitely on my Rex here. This is the Bad Batch Rex. You might not be able to see it too well, but let's see. Yeah, you can see a little bit that his eyebrows have like rubbed off a little bit, like in the middles, because that's like the highest point aside from his nose, like, but that doesn't have any paint on it. And you can see inside the helmet, there are his eyebrows just rubbed off on there, and you can't really see it too well, but his blonde hair has like some streaks on the back of the helmet too. Um, that is one of the issues with these helmets, especially with like the photo reel. You've got all this awesome technology going into making these faces look amazing, and I don't want a simple helmet to be just like rubbing all that beautiful print work off. Um, Especially with just like how good they're looking. Like, he is the only one that's really had that issue with my troopers from the Bad Batch set, because the other ones are um, basically all this like figure here. The difference with Rex is that's a new helmet that they created for that like figure, and it just doesn't. It's a little snug. It just rubs the wrong way, and it is what it is. But I mean, he's my definitive Rex for now until they come out with something else like the more traditional helmet. Um, but yeah, those are my thoughts on Clone Troopers for now. I might do a more in-depth video and just kind of have them all spread out and really kind of go into it. But for now, 501st Legion Trooper, he's good. I mean, you gotta pick up the Clone Troopers if they're out there. I'll probably pick up a couple more if I see them in stores. This wave has been hitting targets pretty good right now. I know one of my local ones, I think tomorrow it's got like 2 cases coming in at the same time, which is crazy. Um, and yeah, and I'm sure they'll be hitting Walmarts eventually, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Target's definitely been pretty good with getting stock in. They're not getting enough to keep it on shelves and stuff, but they have been getting much more stock this year rather than last year. But and that's always good. So they definitely bought in more on vintage collection. They're even getting their own like wave of figures, which is awesome. Um, with the MiGs, the Axe Woves, and the Cosca Reeves, which are going to be awesome figures. But yeah, there's the Clone Trooper 501st Legion. Go pick them up if you want. Buy a whole case online. Why not? Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Um, why don't you tell me what your favorite um, kind of clone color is? Like, what's your favorite deco that you've seen in the show, or maybe there's a color that you would love to see on some clone troopers that they haven't done yet. Um, Hasbro, just do it. Just pump them out. Pump out the clone troopers. Do a clone trooper like every wave of figures. Just start making up some decos. They used to do that stuff all the time. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye, guys.